Hello, I'm Kate. This is the Lampshade Workroom, and in this video I'm going to be talking about printed fabrics specifically. Now, the world is your oyster with printed fabrics these days. Because of digital printing, there's just so much available and they're all fantastic. What you need to be aware of when you're choosing your fabric for making a lampshade is if the print of the design has a direction. Not all prints do have a direction, such as this geometric print doesn't have a direction. The fabric can be viewed in any direction and it will work on the lampshade. Unlike something with a clear direction, like these gumnut babies, and here they are made up on this tall drum shade. It's called directional because you can only view it the way the designer intended it to be viewed. You can't use this fabric around the wrong way because you would end up with, if that's the way the lamp is sitting on the table, you have upside down gumnut babies. With botanical designs, such as this lovely Jocelyn Proust print, not always in a botanical design is the design directional, but this one is, and you can tell it is because the flowers are on top of a stem or a stalk and it doesn't look any good when it's viewed the wrong way around. So when you're choosing your fabric for the job, be aware if the fabric has a direction. The main reason that a directional fabric might be not possible on the shade that you want to create is if you're making a particularly large diameter shade, it will have a big circumference, and the circumference right around the edge of that biggest ring has to be, the fabric has to be wider than that circumference. So if the circumference around it is, for example, 150 centimeters around, and your fabric with a direction on it is only 140 centimeters wide, then this fabric with this direction won't work on this big shade. There are some fixes you can do as far as joining fabrics together to make them wider, but it's not really desirable because it means that you end up having multiple seams in your fabric of your shade, and when the light is on you see those seams. So it's better to choose a fabric that has the width that will fit the shade that you're going to make. So you start by understanding what shade size you're going to be working with and then choose your fabric. So the other consideration when you're making a shade with a print on it is if it's not a directional design but it's a strong geometric that has any sort of line in it or stripe, then you will want the dominant stripe to be level with the top ring at least of your shade. So the top ring and the bottom ring, that fabric design needs to be lining up perfectly with the top and the bottom rings in order for it to look any good. If they were skew-whiff, it would look terrible.